The journey, I think, as we can all experience, Dr. Azlan has been the framework of what smart management is all about. The app has covered data, how to manage data, because data is very, very important. How to manage data, because we're all living in a digital world now. And data is the new oil, as we mentioned. The third speaker, I think is going to highlight that, so all this, as what we mentioned just now, is people. It's people that make things work. Because all this is to serve people. So it's a new form of future workers, as I can see. Yeah? So I think in this context, I think our final speaker, Mr. Daniel, probably will share in terms of the human capital development perspective of transforming to smart, or transforming to smart manufacturing. So I think with that, Mr. Taman, you can share with us a bit your industrial experience. I know that you have a lot of industrial experience. Doesn't talk from he's not a government person, I can say. It's very unique because he was hired, he was brought in actually by the CEO, headhunted to help transform the new way of how HRDF looks at supporting back the human capital development of the country. And smart manufacturing in the new era, how do we support this human capital development? So that's why not easy for me to get him, actually. Got a lot of layers of approval. Yeah? So finally, we got it. And I'm really looking forward that we can share with us how we can benefit.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm the final speaker, final speaker. Okay, I can understand the situation right now. You know, because of my early background as a teacher, you know, the energy level to listen, you know, as time goes from the first speaker to the third speaker, okay, that's need a lot of patience. But what I'm trying to share today is it's all about people. Okay, I think Dr. Azlan mentioned about people. Okay, so along the way in the process, people is needed. Okay, so let's see. Okay, what is the role of HRDF? Since I'm coming from HRDF now, I'll touch more on HRDF. What we can offer in terms of human capital development. Okay, first, before that, I think most of you have seen in Google, you know, you'll find a lot of this stuff. And come to IR4.0, you go to image, this thing will come out, okay? Of course, a lot of people might understand, but you know, when your background as a teacher, you always think, when you're a random crowd like this, always think, maybe someone sitting there don't know what is the basic about it. So let me go through that. Okay, so those who are smart students, okay, bear with me. You know, sometimes smart student is so excited they feel boring. But the slow student, not say slow student lah, okay, is some people will catch up later in the information. That's about it. Okay, so we are talking about. Okay, we are talking about all this industrial revolution. Think about before the first industrial revolution. Before that, okay? Okay, before steam base. Okay, think about it now. Then second industrial revolution, okay, they are talking about 19th to 20th century where it's from the steam base went to the electrical. Okay, that's where a lot of us started learning from mechanical, we start learning electrical and electronics. Remember? Okay, that's the one. And then third industrial is, of course, we start learning IT, computer, okay? A lot of us learn that, okay? Now we have to go to what industrial? We need additional skills, okay? IR4.0 related skill. Are we ready? Okay? As a people, as a nation, are we ready? Think about what we study and what your brother, sister, or your children is studying. Are they studying those skills? Okay? Okay, this is will relate the industrial revolution versus the talent requirements. Okay. Before that, just now I told you, before the industrial revolution, okay, you look at the final, that is the talent, the complexity is explained now. Start from the first revolution. Before the first revolution, what we use, okay, what we use as a skill, people, what we use, what resource we use before the skill. Manual, right? We say, our kaki kanan lah, nothing else. It's all about who, the stronger person might carry, you know. Okay, imagine that is zaman, what you say, zaman purba lah. That's about it. So you don't need, you know, any skill, okay? You don't need to go to school and all that. As long you are a stronger person and use some little brain of it, okay? And that's how it works. When it comes to the first, what we learn in terms of skills is basic engineering, right? Basic engineering, basic mechanical engineering. Okay, that's where, you know, they start introduce all these technical skills in the school. Second industrial revolution, where a lot of us, we started studying is electrical, okay? Electrical, and also the standardization happened in terms of complexity, we need to more standardize. And then the third, where we studied computer or automation. So a lot of people thinking automation, when they see, okay, a lot of you know, automation, that's what Industry 4.0. A lot of people, conceptually they think, okay, hey, there are companies, they say their company is Industry 4.0, okay. When I go there, I see a lot of automation. Is that Industry 4.0? They are connected with the PLC and all that. That is just, we call it now, in our education, it's a STEM. Imagine Malaysia now, in terms of education, we are focusing now on the TVET STEMs, right? Correct? Which is required for 3.0. Imagine. Okay? My children, your children are studying for Industry 3.0 in polytechnics. I tell you, I went for a workshop together with the Education Ministry and all that. Of course, we are catching up from the tail behind. We are now, looking at how to catch up with all those skills. Imagine our human capital, most of us not aware of the future skills, which is emerging technologies now. And then coming now, the graduates, they are coming out with the same thing. Probably a little bit of additional skill. That's why people are complaining. The industry started complaining when the graduates is out. Hey, you are not suited for that, and they don't want to invest in the technology because one of the reasons is people, the graduates are not ready and all that. Okay, let's see. This is where, if you want to go to the 4.0 now for additional skills and all that, we cannot send them back to the school. The doctor said, there is no time to send back, go and study the basic diploma or degree and all that. We can't afford. What is important is the learning, agility, adaptability. That means lifelong learning. We have to continue to learn. I know you most of you are is a business owners to be. The idea is here is to understand how the people's skill is important, but also you all also think about yourself. If I ask one question about training, why training is important? Forget about the school and all that. Somehow we already graduated, we have masters, we have PhD and all that. Our children are studying, coming out with some basics. But training is essentially very important now already, right? Moving forward. If I ask why training is important in one word, just give one keyword. Why training important? Anybody?
Right skills.
Right skills, yes. Improvement. Yes. Knowledge, yes. What is leading to? Competent. I tell you, if I can say one word, maybe I'm right, maybe people like industry, people like Dr. Azhar, all I see is all about how efficient, the productivity part. Why we need to train ourselves? Okay, why you need to train your people? Because end of the day, he need to be efficient, so it turns into the productivity, right? Also for yourself, if I want to be productive, I need to learn the new skills. Correct? And then comes another question. When I talk to productivity, sometimes people ask, what is productivity about? People say, productivity, and what is productivity about? This question raised in one of when I was speaking, one participant he stood up and told Tamil, the productivity of Malaysia is very low compared to the regional countries like Korea, or Taiwan, even China, and Singapore. They compare with Singapore. I said yes, well, okay. Then he asked me why and all that. That's where we started discussing about the productivity. Productivity in simple terms, there's a lot of calculation cost per unit and all that. Okay, in simple terms is what is the output over the input, right? Correct, doctor? Yes. Correct me if I'm wrong, it's a simple thing. Or sometimes, is output over the input. You will use the less input in most efficient way and get the most output of it, you are the most productive. You can Google, they'll give all kind of formula. But that's the basic. You really understand is output over the input. Okay, now, I said yes, our productivity is low. Okay, they give some index and all that. Then we show some index. Okay, Malaysia is definitely low compared to Singapore, even low. And then he said, I was very sad. He's a Malaysian, I am Malaysian. He said, Malaysian people are lazy. I don't want to use this word. He said lazy. I was very much offended. Altogether we are putting ourselves down. Lack of motivation already. Suddenly, we become lazy. I tell you, you people will come across all this when you come in. You go to the mama restaurant talking. You say Malaysian are lazy. That. That's why the productivity is low. But I give you one example. Let's compare Singapore and ourselves. What is great about Singapore? And what we did wrong. If you really understand, okay, I think late 80s, early 90s, we were supposed to be on par at the time, supposed to be already on par with Singapore. Suddenly, these foreign workers comes in. Because you don't have enough people, So the idea to address, to bring the foreign worker, yes, there is a need. You don't have people, construction and all that, and manufacturing a lot. We are suddenly a lot of FDI comes in. You need people and all that. Correct. But after that, it becomes more and more. It's become like a business already. And then that's where we left behind. While other countries like Singapore, they invest in technology part, okay, to reduce costs. But Malaysia, generally they want to bring down the operational cost. Is easy. Just bring foreign workers. So how to now it's not an apple to apple comparison. How you compare a productivity in Singapore, which a lot of Malaysians working there, correct? A lot of Malaysians from Johor is working there, and then their productivity is more. And then you say Malaysians are lazy. Actually, Malaysians are depending on foreign workers. So it looks like we are comparing a country which is more invest in technology and compared to a country which is purely dependent on foreign workers. So it's not, don't agree that we are lazy, it's not, we didn't use the technology, the emerging technology. That's the reality. It's like human being, I'm comparing to myself with a $6 million man. You know $6 million man? Okay, I like, because when I was child, I was very fan of the $6 million man. So, he got all this, robotic and AI already, they already talked about AI and all that those days. You look at it. So how to compare? He can run faster because he got a technology and all that. Okay, but I can't run faster. It doesn't mean I'm lazy and he's not lazy. Okay, so that's where, okay, the important part here is to understand two things. One is the training of the people for the technology, for the right skill. Okay, just now Dr. mentioned right skill. Okay, of course, don't worry about the graduate coming, with not proper skill. End of the day, if they be put into a proper training, and HRDF is offering them. Okay, I hope everyone know what is HRDF is doing. Human Resource Development Fund. Normally people know HRDF. When I ask what is HRDF, okay, I think next slide, next thing. Oh, okay. Never mind, let's understand this. Okay? New approach in human capital development. Okay, the left hand side from traditional labor market, we need to go to the real-time labor market information. I think this is already covered by the previous speakers and all that. And traditional schooling, we have to, I also covered just now already. Okay, we have to train across life cycle. It's no more, those days are gone, You come with a diploma and you work and you just use the same skill. Probably some, if you're lucky, you are in the MNC. They might give some UPM and all that, QC tools and all that. Okay, you learn something. I'm lucky in that sense. Okay, so that's you cannot just depend on traditional schooling. You must have lifelong learning. That is what HRDF is about. Okay, then employer-based OJT to learner-centered training. That means it should be the individual thing, or we help them to identify the right skill. It's not that, okay, if you ask who is responsible for training, who is responsible for training? Who is responsible for training? Any answers? Yes, correct? But we know it's us. We know. But then the problem is, we will depend on our HR. We will depend on our bosses. And there is a reason for depending, because it costs money. Okay, training will cost money, right? But if you look at it, we are supposed to be responsible for our training. And then we should request, okay, for those training with HR. A lot of people don't aware that part. HRDF exists there to fund. And you all have all the rights to access of the training. So we need to also got this awareness. Okay, a lot of Malaysian employees, okay, even in a very high level, they are thinking, okay, there's a training. Sometimes if the company has the policy minimum training, they want to rush for the minimum training or just for as a KPI. But they're not thinking as a skill for them to improve. Okay, so that it's not when you are productive. Okay, you also will be there's a demand for you, right? Okay. Okay, I want to skip this. This is HRDF findings. It's all this data is going to tell that training is important. Okay, it's just, I already mentioned training is very, very important. Okay, this one I would like to share because this is what HRDF is about. Okay, to those who don't understand HRDF will ask the employer. Okay, if you're an employer, okay, you're 1% of total wages, okay, 1% of it, like EPF lah. Okay, if this is only 1%, you will, as a levy, we call it levy. Okay, it's not a tax. Many people thinking it's like a tax, it's not a tax. Okay, we will keep it, HRDF, 1%. It's your money, it's the employer's money, or your company money. Okay, if you're working, remember, 1% not from your salary, not from your salary, is the company have to contribute. Okay, the 1%. Okay, we manage the fund, and then we want this fund to be used for employees training. That means we just keep, because actually this is good. If let's say if HRDF doesn't exist, I tell you today, a lot of people won't have access to the training. Do you think bosses will send for training? The first thing bosses when want to send training, they say HRDF in the because my money is there. I only get this for training. You know, they got 50,000, they can only use for training. Employees training. So if you want training, go and refer your HR. Check your levy balance. Hey, how much the company got balance? Huh? Oh, 50,000. Can I give you the training for 3,000-4,000? You know, I want to upskill. This is your responsibility. Okay? So there's a process, you know, to apply and all that. So access to the training is there. Okay? Like what, you know, people say training is important. Okay? And then, but people don't really go and invest into it. Like saving, you know. Everyone knows saving is important. But if there's no KWSP here, many of us don't have saving here. In reality. Okay. We have 29,701 employees. Many are not registered. If you are not registered, please get registered. Okay, registered employers. Look at the right. It's not pointing. Pointer sometimes working. It's okay. The 29,701. This is as of December 31st, 2019. And 2.4 million employees is covered. 2.4 million nationwide is already covered. Okay, and it's growing. It is still growing. Okay, and we collected total of 888 million just last year. Just in 1 year we collected. Every month we have been collecting about 70 to 80 million. It's growing. Okay, and we are targeting this year to collect. But now we have all this COVID-19 virus, political situation, don't know, but we are thinking to, okay, the economy is good, can collect 1 billion, okay? Then what happened to this money? Out of 888 million of levy collected, close to 700 million is dispersed for training. Training is taken. If we want to transfer the numbers of employees who gain this training, below that, 1 million plus, 1.04 million. Our idea is to cover 2.4 million. We want each and every employee trained. Our vision is each and every employee trained. That is a lot more than 2.4. But then, this number, okay, if you look at this number, okay, what is telling you is go and join. There's a lot of training is going on. Probably you have attended, you can attend more and all that. And all this, of course, needed, okay, to upskill or right skill. Okay, I like the part, the right skill. Okay, on top of that levy, government, okay, when they come out with the budget and all that, right? Like last year, if you listen to the budget, okay, they announced 20 million for IR4.0. Sometimes they give to different ministry. Okay, one of the agency will be given of this fund is HRDF because they are managing the training fund. So on top of that, we are getting additional fund. So one thing I'm happy about, I'm in the agency, we get a lot of money. No need to worry. A lot of money, if I'm working in MNC sometimes, some year, different, but now we have very steadily, like a revenue. And our challenge is to spend the money. Our challenge is to spend the money actually. So what we do, okay, for additional, okay, sometimes it's not only the government money. Sometimes some company close down their balance. Last time if you heard that there is a 30% pool fund and all that, pool fund is still there, the balance. All this money, excess money which is not used, and plus the government injected money, we will come out with other schemes to support. That means this is even not from the levy, it is free. But of course some might be 50-50 incentivized, okay, and all that. So if you heard like generate 2.0, there's a lot of scheme. I think you go to our website because today focus is IR 4.0. So what is IR 4.0 related is, you can see, I circle it there, is a industry certification. Okay, initially it was fully funded, now it's 50-50. Okay, so you can go to the website, see all the certification, industrial certification. Okay, you can have the access, which is government funded. 50% government, 50% from the levy. Not even a single money from the employee. Very good, huh? And IR4. This is all the IR 4.0 skills. Just now, Mr. Usman was talking about IoT. You know, he was talking about IoT, big data, and all that. But you must have the basic. Even cloud computing, how it works. We have the training. If you want to attend cloud computing, how we can use. There is a lot of proposal. We receive HRDF now under evaluation stage. In 1 month time, you have access to the training. It's funded. It's fully funded. You see, now we know we are going, the nation, the IR 4.0 is very important and the training is funded. What else stopping us? What else stopping us? Okay, other than that, this is my baby. Because when I joined HRDF, okay, because I came from the MNC background and all that, I have actually similar vision, you know, to improve the productivity and all that. I was so excited about this IR 4.0. Because when I was in Taiwan, the factory is a new factory. It's already there. IoT, big data, cloud computing. We use the, you know, the KUKA robots, and it's communicating to, you know, even the logistic part of it. We have cobots here and there. I was very happy. From the very manual Malaysian factory, the same factory, Malaysia. Okay, Malaysia is very manual. You know, those MNC company, when they want to invest on some new technology, they don't see Malaysia. They put the machine in some company and some countries, Europe countries or whatever. But when come to Malaysia, the old machine, what they will do? Even the MNC company, I tell you, the old machine they will transfer in Malaysia because Malaysia got foreign worker. Manual they can run. We are seen as, you know, that is another part, is very sad, you know. Now we have to change the entire perception, okay? So in order to do that, we have to all together go to the embark in IR 4.0. And to do that, SMEs, okay, how much time I have? Okay, good. Then I can continue this interesting story. When I was hired by HRDF, okay, HRDF don't have this industry people, all the government people there and all that. Suddenly the pressure is there, go and help the industry in terms of technology. HRDF job is to give money. Now they say, they have a consultation in HR, you know, HR matters. If you have anything you want to know about HR or labor law, how to come out with a handbook and all that, ask your HR people to, we have a free consultation. We have experts in HRDF. Okay? You go and Google your website, there is a number and then you can call, or you directly email me, I can refer. Okay, that is HR people. But when it comes to the technology part, there is no one. And sometimes some proposal come, you see, in terms of technology, there is no right people. Because there is no, you know, if you don't understand the industry language, then you will see what is this about, you know. So you won't even consider. So when I came, I don't know about Malaysia SME. I worked in, you know, MNC all this while and then went to Taiwan, very, very high automation and all that. I was given IR 4.0 but for SME. So I never know SME. So what I did, I put some name, you know, IR is smart and all that. I went to survey, you know, went to a few companies. I came back, I tell you, I came back, I said to my boss, I said, we cannot do IR 4.0. Honestly. I said, what are you talking about IR 4.0? I have a company in Sungai Petani, I don't name the company. Okay, that is, there's a first company. I said, this is your first project in gold. I go to the company, but the business-wise, the company is good. It's a medical device company. The product is medical devices, medical apparatus and some tubes and all that, you know. So, the CEO, business, in terms of business, she's very good, business development. She got this CE certification for product, CE. Okay. Okay, you know, medical device must have a C, the European certification. She got it. I don't know how she got it. But when I go to the factory, you know, when you are, because although I'm a teacher, but after that, there's a story, after that I joined manufacturing. Then, of course, my first diploma is in electronic engineering those days. After that, I forgot. I never. Okay. But now I'm right skilling myself because of this knowledge. Okay. So when I go to the factory, I just go and come back to the factory. It's very horrible condition, doctor. You know, everywhere is I can see, and then there is a few machines there, and they put some solution. There's a process that the material has to dip. It's all manual. And one guy is sitting there with a stopwatch. I said, what he is doing? No, he is the operator. What is doing? No, he already did. He wait. How long is wait? He said he will wait for 35 minutes. After 35 minutes stopwatch. Oh my God. Then I came back. Then it's a lady CEO. Sadly, I said to the CEO, he said, Tamil, but she is very passionate about it. That's why she got a CE somehow. But then she said, but she got that, she was worried. She said, now people are talking. She worried the business. Yeah, I said, if like this, your business will be gone now. Then I said, I asked her, what is your first question? I asked him, as a government consultant, I asked, what is your wastage? And actually I predicted. She said, based on her data collection, she got 30%. I said, it will be more than that is important. That is reported by your people. It is more than that. Very much worried, okay, and purely dependent on people, human. Imagine when we go there, of course the people will be working now. I say, who is there in who is running the production? He said, there's one production manager. I want to see the production manager. Then production manager came in. Then after the interview, he left. I told the CEO, Madam, I don't know how to give you the feedback. A lot of wrong things happening in manufacturing. Even you are more manual, but it's not in control. Something wrong. The middle management is not controlling the process. The people. That's why you're having high waste and all that. Probably when you are here, they are working. So all these things. She admitted. Yeah, she said sometimes she was out there in the meeting, suddenly they say machine down and all that. Okay. Then I proposed certain things. First thing I proposed is set this production manager for basic supervisory training. All this. And then I connected with the MPC. Later part I connected with the MPC to give some basic lean training to understand the waste and all that. So, imagine I'm supposed to do IR4.0. Imagine, I came back to HRDF, my boss asking, tell me how is IR4.0? Be patient. Smart manufacturing. Be patient. I'll tell you, today we got 23 companies. We are focusing on this training. Some companies are good for trainings, but I don't have any single success story yet. And I checked around. Whenever I connect, I'll check. I want to visit at least one SME which is at a 4.0. I mean, if it is, because sometimes the measurement also difficult. We don't know how to measure. At least MyRAS got some certification standard, which I like about it, and we are. When I checked the last, then after my first company and all that, I was very worried, to continue. Then I went to connect with Siri, because Siri have the data on the IR 4.0. Okay, then I saw overall, it's not, they don't have by SME. They have overall, they did the study. We are talking about 4.0, right? Imagine where we are, Malaysia. This is 1 year ago. Imagine where we are, 1 to 4. 1.0, 4.0, average where we are. Any guess? 2.0? Yeah, correct. Between 2.3. That's what they showed, 2.3. That is contributing factor by the companies. There's a lot of, companies. That is a contributing factor. If we took the SME, you don't have the data, is I think below 2. Definitely. So, then, Okay, under this Rise Forward program, then we name it. We say, at that time, we got this industry forward. I said, never mind, we go forward. One step. I told my boss, don't forget about this IR4 at this moment. We go and at least, because what is our job, HRDF? To ensure people are trained to the right skill. What we do, we identify their right skill and we train them. And in the meantime, we also will tell them, okay, if you want any automation, we also will go and, because I got industry background, I will tell. Like that company, okay? Okay, another story of that, my first baby, that company. That company, they have one machine. Finally, I found one machine somewhere in the middle, which is semi-automatic, which is there's a robot arm. Robot arm all fixed. But there's a lot of people transferring. I said, madam, why this is robot arm fixed? Look like it's somewhere you automated. Where you did that? Oh, this year, Tamil, I did 2 years ago. This is CRIM under the Fraunhofer program. Sometimes government give money, the agency will give money also, to back to the industry. And CRIM did. They provide, I don't know from how, they give a right machine. Actually, it's a right machine for them. They suppose they have 6 machines. One machine is, or at least they should have, put all the machines together. But the lady, the madam don't want, because she said this one machine already failed. Now you see it's a manual. I said, you tell me what happened, lah. What happened? You ended up manual. The robot arm is just like that. People are still, is everything the same? Spending close to about 70,000-80,000. Very small machine. Then I asked. She said, because this one, earlier the supplier come and fix, they give training, and then they go back. After that, the machine down. Then when the machine down, she said, the password also they don't know. There is one guy was in charge for that. He left the company. So, what went wrong here? I pointed out to the CEO. I said, what? Because it's not about the technology or whatever. It's the people. That's why. I think you all mentioned, you can put a lot of technology. People is not there to take care. You ended up a high downtime. In this case, it's totally not working. I've seen some company which is very established company. They were struggling with the new machine, but they struggle. High downtime. They say better this manual machine. I could put more Bangladesh people there. I will get it out. This machine is already down for 1 week. I'm waiting from this supplier technical expert from Italy. Italian machine. Why? Because of the training part. So what this? I told madam, you should have done. You don't depend on one person. Right? At least train 2 or 3 people. And that's a backup, correct? You should have trained. And then, I don't know how come she cannot trace back the supplier. What I did, I came back all the way to, I think 2 days after, I went all the way to Serdang, Syria. Because we have a government agency, we got that access. Immediately called, then we go there, and then Syria got shocked. But I was meeting them at 10:30. 2 o'clock, Syria at the, in the northern part, the branch, they already went there to the company. And we managed to fix back within 2 weeks. Somehow the supplier got another contract with the Syria. Now he managed to trace back, and then Syria asked him to fix back everything, and then retrain back. There is one new engineer that retrained back him. But it's not IR4.0 machine. It is just semi-automatic. The next step is putting this IoT. Okay, what Mr. Yusman was saying, we're putting IoT. That's the next project. If they got the fund, okay, we are working with MITI on that. So, this, what we do is, it's a tiring job, I think when Dr. Iskandar first met me in one of the conferences last year, he said, how many companies are you doing? And I said, now I'm doing your job. It's very much tiring. But we stick with that. We did not identify any more company because we are working on it. Okay, we identify company, we do some assessment. Okay, we do TNA because we have TNA, and then we do a training intervention. We put that in the training. These 2 things, none of the company is happening because we are waiting for this MTDC fund. Because HRDF cannot support the technology part. We have to depend on another agency. Now, because of the readiness assessment, okay, I think this year some of the company might get the fund. So this is the rise forward. Okay, you all can see me if you're interested to join this program. This is to create success story. Success story. Okay, this is part. Under the rise forward program, what we are intended to do after a tiring exercise of me, going to find all these. This is what we are going to do. First is rise forward consultancy is what we are really continuing. I still have people to do that. If there is a request, sometimes we need to help SME. They don't know. Okay, as we are focused on customer, if they ask, we go and we help them, we consult them, we identify the training, and we talk about what are the training schemes available from that. The second part is rise forward for industry forward. That's going to come. But I don't know, because now it's already, don't know what is the status in Malaysia. But that is already discussed. Rise forward for industry forward. Okay, almost excited going to come, but I don't know. Hopefully, I just need to have 2 more approval for the industry forward, to support industry forward. Meeting is struggling because they have done the assessment and all that, but I told them, you don't wait whether they're getting the RA fund and all that, but don't stop the training. I said we have a lot of schemes, we can support training. Why wait for the fund? So they have under the, all the scheme I showed, IR4, insert and all that, we can still fund. So we are almost there, but we are going to get additional fund to support the industry forward. So that part, and rise forward with association or any NGOs and all that. Okay? There is a lot of plans. So how to go about it? Okay? We, in a very basic level, we already discussed with MyRAS. I will go to the next level. Okay? For the certification. Hopefully, if you can do that, it's good. But we need a lot of approval process to go through, and we have to fine tune the program. Okay? Okay, we are willing to open for idea. Okay? Rise forward with SI. This is system integrators. Sometimes the system integrators, if they have a very good program, okay, they can come, we can discuss. It's not assurance. The only one out right hand corner, what I'm doing is a consultancy. We are giving free consultancy at this point of time. Okay. This is we started with one university, Rise Forward Academic Collaboration. They identify 2 SME. Okay, because they bring these employees to the university, the IR4.0, they training, and we are telling them they have to go and implement. It's not about the training. That training they have to, it's an IoT project actually. They have to get the IoT, they go and implement the IoT project. Okay, this is, we started with. And we also event collaboration. We are doing all these, we collaborate. I think last year we did the International Smart Manufacturing Conference and all that. So we are doing under this one. Or sometime like this, you will come for awareness and give a talk. What is HRDF is offering a talk. Okay, this is our strategy in 2020 this year. Hopefully. All right, I come to the end. Okay, I like this somehow. I don't know where I copied from one of the speakers actually. Because coping with digital change is the most important management task of our time. If the business model changes as a result of digitization, the company must adapt or disappear sooner or later. This is reality. I tell you, this is reality. I met a few in Batu Pahar. In Batu Pahar, there's a manufacturer. Batu Pahar known for all this furniture manufacturing. Okay, and I have some. After the seminar, I talked to a few people, and it's really worrying. You see, those days, my father's day, my father is also a foreman mechanic, so he can repair a car by himself and all that. So when he wants a part, where he go to Port KL, this Chowking area and all that. Somehow, he will get the part and come back. One thing good in Malaysia, anything you can get. He will fix it. Someone, I don't know how he fix it. He say, hey, don't go to the this. It's very expensive. I will find. You go and find somewhere, Balapong there and all that will come. Very fix it for me. So because he got access, he can travel, within his vicinity. it is motorbike and all that. So that's Malaysian businessmen survive, right? There's a Balakong businessman, because I live close to the Balakong area. Okay? So they all got business. Today, people don't go. People just Google. They can get from China. They can get from the Vietnam. Wherever, they don't know. Okay, if there's something wrong, so all these businessmen, we don't have the competitive edge. Why? Their product look more quality and promising because they are using the technology. Probably they are using a robot out there, and we are using here all these Nepalis and Bangladeshis to manually do that. So the precision, imagine if it's a precision part tools. Of course. So we are serious risk, especially the SMEs, if they don't change. So that's why. So we have to go for IR 4.0, at least a step HDD be taken, and don't forget all this. The fundamental of it is people skill, because at the end of the day, your people going to manage there, and all you need is some AI factor in your mobile to monitor all this, what's happening around. That's all. Okay, thank you. Okay, next. Sorry, just one more slide. Please. Okay, no, thank you. Another one? No? Yeah, there's a mobile app for HRDF. Because I may not know how much information I give about HRDF. You have just put it there, you can contact us.